another and the final breakdown of the year. This time we end 2025 with a trip to the Apex for UFC Vegas 112 Royval versus Cop. We back with another and final breakdown of the last card of the year, which is decent. I don't think this card's that bad at all, to be honest. I truly don't. It is the Apex, so I gotta take it with a grain of salt. But outside that, I think this card's pretty decent. I think it's a pretty fun card. A lot of fun fights, a lot of debuts. 13 fights, Apex. I'm excited for it. Last ESPN card ever. I think this is gonna be fun. I truly do. I think this could be a really fun card. And, yeah, of course, again, it being in the Apex card brings it down a good amount, but outside of that, I think this is just a really strong, good card. I'm excited for it. It looks good. Some good fights on him. The last 4 fights of the card are really good. I'm excited. I really don't know what else I can really say about it. Is it phenomenal? No. Is it awful? I would say no. It looks like a very fun card on paper, and hopefully it's fun in execution, so I don't know, I'm excited. And, yeah, again, final card of the year for 6 weeks, final ESPN card ever. They should be fun. They should be really fun. I'm excited. I'm really excited, and, yeah, let's enjoy our last 13 fights of the year. Hopefully they're good, and, see what happens. This card probably should have been last week with 323 this week, but whatever. What can you really do? So, whatever. But, yeah. I'm excited. Final card ever on ESPN. Final card of 2025. Last breakdown of the year. I'm excited. Let's fucking do it. 13 fights in the Apex to end 2025. So let's fucking do it, shall we? Last thing to say before we do is, as always, the normal YouTube bullshit, which is, as always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn subs goal by the end of 2025. We're never gonna hit that, but whatever. Wishful thinking. And, I'm excited. I think this card's gonna be fun. I'm excited to break it down. Last breakdown of the year. I've done 44 breakdowns, I think. Actually, counting Road to UFC, I think it's 45? 46 in that ballpark, so I've done plenty. Let's see how I do on the last one. UFC Vegas 112, last ESPN card ever, last card of the year. 13 fights from the Apex to end the year on a high. You ready? I know I am. UFC Vegas 112 breakdown. Last one of the year. Begin. As we begin our final trip of 2025 and our final trip on ESPN ever in the flyweight division with a return after 2 long years in the flyweight division. And we have a very interesting fight here, very decent fight here, as we have to begin the final card of the year at women's flyweight. In the same weight class we end the night with, just with the males. We have to begin the final card on ESPN and the final card of the year. Teresa Bleda versus Jamie Lynn Horth. Finally, shockingly, Teresa Bleda is back after 2 years away. I did not think she was going to return after a while, but she is back, getting a pretty decently tough fight in her return. See how she does. First fight in 2 fucking years. Some people probably think she's a debutante. It's been that long that she fought. Compared to her opponent, who fights at you very consistently. This is an interesting one. I don't think this is the worst fight on the card. I think there's 2 or 3 fights worse than it, but fine opening fight. I have no issue with it. Let's begin. It's the final fight. Card of the year. First fight on it. We begin with our first fighter on it, the long overdue return of Teresa Bleda. 7-1, 24 years old, 1-1 in the UFC, coming off the Contender Series many years ago. In her UFC debut, she fought Natalia Silva, and to be honest, she did the best against Natalia Silva than anyone else. I think she won a round, but she did get finished late in the fight anyway, so it didn't matter, but still she did pretty decent. And then her last fight, all the way back in June of 2023, she beat Gabriela Fernandez, which has aged fucking phenomenally. And yeah, since then she has just not fought. Booked last year to fight Casey O'Neill, didn't happen. Booked earlier this year to fight Jamie Lynn Horth, didn't happen. But finally, after 2 years away, 2.5 years away, she's back, and let's see what she can do. Still not seeing a lot of her. We've seen her fight two pretty decent opponents, beating one, doing good against the other. She's still very young, 24 years old. She has some potential. She has a lot of potential in a division that needs it. I'm intrigued to see Beleda back. I would be lying if I said I remember her fighting style completely. But I remember her being decent. I didn't mind her. I didn't think she was terrible from what I remember. And I'm very intrigued to see how she looks in this return after 2.5 years away. Still young, so a layoff at that age is actually not terrible. See how she looks. Easily the worst opponent she's fought in the UFC so far, which says a lot. See what Beleda can do. 2 years away, this young. Again, most people think she's a rando debutante, and she hasn't fought in so long. The last time she fought was, what the fuck was that card? Vittori Cannonier, which is insane. Fucking, who else was on that one? I think COD got fraud checked. Manuel Torres was doing his thing. Fucking Christian Quinones actually fought. I think that was Bukowski's second UFC fight since his return. Crazy. Been a while. We'll see how Beleda looks after a long time away. And she is fighting the very tough old Canadian in her return, Jamie Lynn Horth, 8-2, 35 years old, 3-2 in the UFC. Her 3 wins in the UFC have been Haley Cowan, Ivana Petrovic, and Vanessa Demopoulos. Her 2 losses have been Veronica Hardy and Miranda Maverick. Horth is not a great fighter, to say the real least. She's okay, she's far from garbage, but she's very kind of just mid. She can beat shitty fighters. She can beat Haley Cowan easily, Ivana Petrovic easily. That was kind of a fight. Vanessa Demopoulos, she beat so fucking easily. Every time she's got to step up in competition. Veronica Hardy beat her pretty easily. Miranda Maverick easily beat her. So she kind of just seems mid. She's probably like top 25, 20 in that division, and but she's on the high end of those 20s and 25s. Like, she's not terrible. She's far from an incompetent fighter. She knows how to fight, but I just don't think she can beat higher level fighters. She's not showing it, at least. Again, her 3 wins are not great fighters. 2 are cans and 1's a fucking strawweight. So, I don't know. So, she's not bad, and I do think she could win this fight. She's not an easy return for Beleda. So, we'll see what Horth can do. She's fought fucking 5 times since Beleda last did, which is insane. See what she can do. Again, those 2 losses to fighters who are decent, 3 wins against bad fighters. She's not really great at anything. Her striking is fine. Her grappling is passable. She's perfectly mid. She's the most mid fighter you can think of. Not great at anything, not terrible at anything, not a cakewalk, but not an impossible fucking test. I could see her winning this fight. She's far from an easy return fight. Let's see if Horth can spoil the return of Beleda. The betting odds say that she will not have a trace of Beleda -190 to +140. Yeah, I think those odds are a little wide. I'd probably have Beleda -140, 130, closer odds, because we've not seen her in 2 years. We've seen Horth a good amount of times the last couple years, and again, she's fine, but we don't know what Beleda is going to be like after 2.5 years away, so Should be interesting. Blade is 2 inches taller, fucking 11 years younger, much bigger reach, and 82% picked. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Blada here more than likely. I'm not seeing any reason not to. She's fought better competition. Fuck, Fernandez is a better win than any of Horth's wins. And I think Fernandez would beat Horth. So what does that tell you? Yeah, probably gonna pick Blada here, even though I don't think it's a super confident pick. I think she, again, should probably win if you put logic into it. But again, Horth knows how to make it boring and win. Blade has been off for 2.5 years. So I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued. I think this is an interesting one. Probably own a younger fighter who I've seen fight better competition. Give me Teresa Bleda by decision. I think she can squeak us out. I don't think it's going to be dominant. I think it's going to be a hard fought fight. I don't think anything's going to be given. I think it's going to be earned. And, yeah, give me Teresa Bleda by decision. I think it's closer than the odds think, even though I do agree with the Bleda pick. I could see Horse spring the upset, so should be interesting. Well, mainly just because, again, Bleda has been off for 2 years. If this was Bleda and a normal fought 6 months ago, yeah, more than likely I'd say Bleda with a lot more confidence, but 2-year layoff? Horse is not the easiest fight to come back to. See what happens. Give me Teresa Bleda by decision. I could see Horse being the upset. I wouldn't say bet on it or with confidence, but if you want to shoot out an underdog, it's not a terrible one. Yeah, I wouldn't say to. But I'm going to go Teresa Bleda by decision. Younger, has fought better competition. If she's not too rusty, then I think she should win. So, give me Teresa Bleda by decision. Not as confident as other people probably are, but maybe it shows me, give me the return of Bleda to get the win by decision. In our first fight of the night, which is not that bad. Speaking of bad fights, the worst fight on the card in our second fight of the night. Not gonna waste much time here because I don't know what the fuck to say about this shit show. Another heavyweight debut battle, because the last one in Qatar went so well with Freeman and Bujalo. And we have in our second fight of the night, our first male fight of the night, our first of 3 heavyweight fights, and this is the worst one by a mile. We have in our second fight of the night in the heavyweight division a double debut battle because it went so well last time. We have in our second fight of the night, I fucking hate these heavyweight debut battles. Alan is it AJ? Yeah, AJ. Is it AJ or AI? AJ. Why is it AJ? Alan, AJ, Fire, or Frey versus Julie, Hame, Kong, Pat. Why is this not on Contender Series or LFA or something? This should not be on a UFC card. Did you not learn from that piece of shit Freeman fight back in Qatar? Heavyweight debut battles should not be on cards because they suck. Put on Contender Series, put in LFA. I don't know, why is it here? Please be better than Freeman. We're asking a low fucking bar, so see what happens. This should be a short fucking breakdown because I don't know either of these jabronis. Beginning with the first one, I guess, the American, the 6-0 undefeated, Allen of Fire, Frey, 27 years old, birthday's 2 days after mine, 6-0, coming from RDC. Yeah, that's a respectable promotion. Never seen this dude a day in my life. Has looked to have fought nobody outside of this former UFC guy who was fucking terrible. I gotta remember this guy. He actually made it to the tough finale, and he was shit. So take that as you will. Inside that, has fought nobody and has fought no respectable promotion. Live MMA at Neo 3. Really. 1-4, 2-1, 1-0, 2-3, 2-2, 12-3. All knockouts, first round, second round, third round, training out of Derek Brunson's camp. Derek Brunson has a camp. Why? Maybe he's good. Maybe he sucks. Let's find out, because I don't fucking know. Who the fuck is this guy? Will this guy even fucking make it on Contender Series? Let's find out. Alan Fire. Frey. Whatever. And then for the opponent, the Brazilian with maybe the weirdest build of all time. Not here, but in his media day photos for this week. Just, dude's weird looking. The undefeated Brazilian, Julie Herme, Pat 5-0, no age listed, ain't that great. Is coming from LFA though, which is way more respectable than anything the fuck the other dude's coming from. Didn't beat anyone good in LFA, a 4-4 guy, but still, he's actually fought worse competition than Allen. Ain't that some shit? But at least he come from LFA and he would be on Contender Series this year. Not against anyone good, a guy who lost, but you know, minor details, I guess. Yeah. At least he's come from LFA. Beat some dude who is 4-4. This fight sucks. Always, what, 4 knockouts and 1 decision win. Trying out a Lotus Club, which has produced such talent as... And... Can't forget. Yeah, so what the fuck? At least it's better than probably Derek Brunson's fucking gym. Yeah, this fight's terrible. I don't know what you really want me to say. This fight is fucking garbage. One dude who's coming from no good organizations, and one dude who's had 1 fight in LFA. Neither dudes come from good camps. Why is this here? Truly, why? The betting odds have Pat the favorite at -190 to +150. Sure. 6'5" to 6'4". Pat has an 80-inch reach. I have no idea what the other dude's is. Fire's actually the pick favorite. Frey, whatever. Dude, am I meant to just throw a dart at the board and fucking pray something fucking sticks? Gimme Pat. Gimme fucking Pat. Coming from LFA at least. The more respectable ninja under Derek Brunson. Gimme the Brazilian to knock out round 1. Fuck it. Sure. Yeah, this fight fucking blows. I don't know what the fuck I'm meant to say. This would probably be a shitty Contender Series fight, let alone UFC fight, so give me Pat by knockout first if I have to make a pick. As of right now, could change. I don't fucking know. I don't care. Why is this here? Just be better than the Freeman fight, please. Give me Pat by knockout first. Someone make a statement. Someone fight like this matters. Pathetic. My educated pick, give me Pat by knockout first. It seems like no one knows what the fuck to do with that one. The odds are going Pat, the picks are going Allen. Who fucking knows? Give me Pat by knockout first, and a complete shit show. After that, we get another Canadian female, not even the last one on the card. There's 3 of them, in all 3 weight classes. And let's see if this one does any better than Horth. As we have in our 3rd fight of the night, our 2nd female fight of the night. This one at bantamweight at 135. Fight that was actually meant to happen on the, I believe it was a Bonfim card, but got pushed back because Croden stepped in on short notice. So we get to fight here, as we have in our 3rd fight of the night, our 2nd female fight of the night. This one at 135. We have actually not a terrible fight, to be honest. One of the better prelims. That depends on if that says more about the fight or the prelims. We have in our 3rd fight of the night, Luana Santos versus Melissa Scare Croden. Decent fight here. Even though it might not look great on paper, I don't think this is a bad fight at all. We're getting it on this Apex card instead of the Apex card it was meant to happen on. Luana was meant to fight, I believe it was Daya Lesniakova. She pulled out and then Croden stepped in, but I guess they thought moving this fight from, I think it was the Bonfim card to this one made more sense, so they did that, and now we get this fight here, so cool, interesting. One of the harder fights on the card to predict, I'd probably say. Should be interesting. Pretty decent fight in the division that needs anything they can get. See what happens. We'll begin with the more experienced of the two, Luana Santos, 9-2, 25 years old, birthday 3 days after mine. 4-1 in the UFC, 1-0 at bantamweight. She started at flyweight, winning her first 3 fights against Joanna Miller, Stephanie Egger, and Maria Akapova. Then she took an L when she got a big top 15 shot against Casey O'Neill, getting completely embarrassed there, and then deciding to move up because clearly flyweight was just not for her. And in that move up, she fought Tianara Lisboa, who she beat with ease, and now getting her second fight at 135, so see how she does. Lana's not a bad fighter. I don't think she's phenomenal by any means, but I don't think she's terrible. She's subpar. At bantamweight, that means you're probably top 15 level. She's young, she's getting better. Her striking is not great, her grappling's really where it's at, but if she is fighting a better grappler like Casey, then she has no chance, but usually she will do decent on the ground. Cardio is up there. She's not great, but she's not terrible. Got good submissions. She's not bad. She's not bad at all. Her striking, again, not great, but it can throw a punch. She's fine. She's fine. A lot of people are a fan of her for obvious reasons. See how she does in her second fight at bantamweight against a much tougher opponent like Croden. See what Lana can do. She's still young, one of the few actual young fighters that have bantamweight under the age of 30. And see how she does here. It'd be a big win for her. Really could probably get her in the top 15 if she's not already. See how she does. See what happens. She's pretty decent-ish. I don't know, still kind of a big question mark with her. She's already beat no one good. Her best one is Maria Akapova, Stephanie Egger. See how she does here. Her toughest opponent since Casey. See how Lana does. Second fight at 135. Because she is fighting the second fight in her UFC career, the Canadian Melissa Croden, 7-2, 34 years old, birthday a day before mine. Was anyone born in April on this card? 1-0 in UFC, in her UFC debut, funny enough, who we just talked about, she beat Tianara Lisboa. Back in Canada in October, stepped into this fight actually like a few days after, and then got moved to this card, so probably, I doubt she's upset about that, and yeah, we'll see what happens here. Her second outing against a much better opponent. Yeah, she looked fine in that debut against Lisboa. She got the finish, did fine. Not very much I can take away from beating up Tianara Lisboa, but yeah, she looked completely fine, no real issue. Interested to see her fight again, see if she's really that good. Probably the most recent loss was to Cavalcanti, which is more than understandable. And we'll see how she looks here. Again, in her debut, she looked well-rounded, decent, but we need to see a little bit more against someone a lot better. Luana Santos is exactly that, so see how she does. Again, looked perfectly fine in the debut. See how she looks in the second outing. Did good over in Canada against Lisboa. How did she do against a much better fighter in Luana? I'd say. The bang, I'd say she's not going to do very good so far. I believe third minus 190 favorite of the night in a row. Luana Santos coming in at minus 190 to plus 140. I get it to an extent, but I definitely would say I might bring those odds down a bit. Kind of like the fucking Blada fight, I might move the odds down to like a minus 150, 140. I get Luana being the favorite. We've seen more of her. Croden the kind of a question mark, but I'd like this. I don't think she should be borderline minus 200. So I don't know. It's that's a weird one. Except women's MMA, it's really hard to fucking. I know upsets very easy to happen. Croden 3 inches taller, 1.5 inches in reach, but Santos 75% picked. Interesting. I'm probably gonna kind of like to play the fight. I'm probably gonna lean Luana, the 9-year younger fighter, seeing a little bit more from her in terms of against better competition. Give me Luana, by decision. I am not the most confident. Croden, not seen a lot from to really be confident picking against her, but I'm intrigued. I think this could really go either way. Again, women's bantamweight, let alone just women's MMA, upsets are very common. So I could see Croden getting the win here. More experience. I mean, match not even, but let's see if that's fought more recently. If you want to go with that. Probably gonna go Luana here, the younger fighter, far better competition, more UFC time. Give me Luana by decision, but I would not count out Croden. Kind of like Horse. Would I bet on him? No. Would I pick him? Not something I would love to do. But if they won, I would not be shocked at all. So, interesting fight. Give me Luana. Give me the younger, a little more proven fighter. Upset's always possible. Give me the Brazilian. Give me Luana Santos by decision in what should be very interesting, to say the very least. I'm intrigued. See what happens. After that, we go to our second of 3 heavyweight fights on the night, and this is easily the best one because the one before this was shit, and the one after this is shit. Not saying this one's phenomenal, but I think on paper this is easily the best one. Not saying a lot, as we have in our 4th fight of the night, going right back up to heavyweight. 2 female fights, 2 heavyweight fights to begin the card. That could be really good or really bad, as we have in our 4th fight of the night, the best of the 3 heavyweight fights on the card, and our first of many debuts on the card, not counting these 2 tomato cans here. We have in our 4th fight of the night, at heavyweight, our 2nd overall and best of the 3. We have Sean the Smoke Sheriff versus Steven Concrete Asplund, or as it's so hard not to say, Asplunge. Just because I said it's the best heavyweight fight on the card doesn't mean it's a good one. It is still a tomato can versus a debuting, interesting looking prospect from Contender Series, so it's best of the 3, but still it's heavyweight, so. But I'm first of like 6 debuts on the card, not counting the heavyweights. And this is definitely probably one of the top 2 most anticipated ones for me, so see what happens. But we'll begin with the non-debutant first, and that being Sean Sheriff. 4-1, 32 years old, 0-1 in the UFC, after making his short-notice UFC debut back in October of last year against Junior Tafa, where he got beat in one of the sloppiest, shittiest fights I've ever fucking seen. Now back on a full camp. He is from the Sean Strickland camp, so let's see what the guy can do. He does have a little bit of grappling, even though he's not very good at it. Striking, yeah. He's not very good, like I said. He's gonna try and shoot. He's not gonna strike with Asplund. Maybe he's gotten better. He stole Mark Hunt's tattoo for some fucking reason. You know, he's not Australian. Let's see what he can do. He lost to Junior Tafa. You can't get much worse than that. That's what he can do on a full camp. A year and 2 months later. Not much to say. As he is welcoming to the UFC, one of my favorite fighters from Contender Series this year, Steven Asplund, 6-1, 27 years old, both July birthdays. What the fuck's up with these birthdays? Obviously making his debut here. Coming out with Contender Series, where he looked good, got the win in 16 seconds. He looked good. Again, you can't look bad in 16 seconds, but still. The main thing that sold him was he just seemed like a super nice guy. He just seemed like maybe the like chillest and wasn't like downer as the normal guy of the season. It's hard not to cheer for a guy like that who's just chill. Obviously he has striking and power. He's a heavyweight. Outside of that, we haven't seen anything from him. Can he grapple? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Can he go deep into a fight? I don't know. See what this guy can do. We only got to see him fight for 16 seconds. So let's see what he can do. He's a great guy. from, let's see, what he usually doesn't turn out well being a good guy in the UFC, but the Asplund will change that. So maybe we'll see him fight for more than 16 seconds as well. Time will tell. See what he can do. The Bang After's fight does not have a minus 190, shockingly. They actually have a minus 250 to plus 175. Yeah, I struggle to disagree there. My only worry is if Asplund can't stop a takedown. Will Sharif just take him down, hold him down like he tried to do against Tafa? That could happen, not to worry, but outside of that, yeah, Asplund should win this if it's a striking match. He is 2 inches taller, 1 inch in reach, and it's 93% picked. Yeah, give me Asplund by knockout in the first pretty easily. If he can stop a takedown, if he even lets Sheriff fight for that long to shoot one, I think he should win this. Sharif, yeah, and you lost to Junior Tafa. I don't care how little of a camp you had, you still lost to a Tafa, brother. Yeah, give me Asplund by knockout first. If he can stop a takedown, I could 100% see a world where Sean just takes Steven down and wins in a boring fight, but hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully Asplund can stop a takedown, and give me Asplund by knockout in the first. If Sharif can't get him down, he's getting put out, so give me Asplund by knockout in first. First of many debutants on the card. See how they perform. I'm picking one in the first fight. Give me Asplund by knockout in the first. Let's see how the newcomers do tonight. Maybe will they do good or bad? First one, kind of other heavyweight debuts. Because they're fighting each other. Give me Asplund by knockout first. Just stop a takedown and you should win. After that, though, speaking of debuts, we get to we get to the biggest debut of the night. A former champion over in Bellator versus UFC OG. Why is this on the prelims? This should easily be on the main card, but UFC's fucking stupid, so are we shocked anymore? As we have in our fifth fight of the night, our first non-female or heavyweight fight, but another debut, and again, easily the biggest one, the most hyped one, most anticipated one, whatever you want to say, and we have in a fight that no doubt should be on the main card, but UFC is stupid. We have in our fifth fight of the night, welterweight, the biggest debut of the night, we have Neil the Haitian Sensation Magny versus Yaroslav Diamo Masov. This is a good fight. This is a big fight. Neil Magny speaks for itself. Yaroslav, a lot of people know. Some people might not know. We'll talk about him in a few minutes. This is a good fight. This is a big fight. Still don't know how it's on the main card. This could be the co-main. I don't think many people would be that confused or upset about it, but somehow it's the fifth prelim of the night under 2 fights, so make it make sense. Let's talk about it, beginning with the man who we could talk about for hours, just off everything he's fucking done in the UFC. We have the timeless Neil Magny, 31-13 at 38 years old, 24-12 in UFC. Of course, I'm not gonna go down the whole UFC career because we'd be here forever. I go over his last couple fights. He fraud checked Mike Malott back in early 2024, then got the murderers of Michael Morales and Carlos Prates within like 3 months of each other, and of course he got finished in both of them. Took some time off and then came back this year and beat Zaleski, which I predicted him as an underdog, and Jake Matthews, and now he's going for win number 3 against another hyped up prospect. Yeah, no shocker they called Neil for this one. Neil is the go-to guy to call for anything. Fighting an old dude, fighting a young dude, debuting guy, whatever. Neil is always the one to call, and he got called in here, so we'll see if he can spoil the debut of Amasov. At any given night, he could either be one of the best welterweights or one of the worst. See what he can do. We know Neil Magny. We know what he can do or can't do on any given night. He's either gonna fraud check you or get beat. Never know. See what happens. I don't think much needs to be said about Neil Magny, because if I went in depth on everything, again, we'd be here for a very long time. But the opponent, on the other hand, who a lot of people might not know, the debuting 28-1 Ukrainian former Bellator champion Yaroslav Amosov, again 28-1, 32 years old, making the UFC debut. This dude was really hyped up and good at one point, from what his record says. At one point, he was a 27-0 Bellator welterweight champion. Did he beat anyone super great? To the casual eye, not really. His best, most notable wins are Eric Silva, former UFC guy, Logan Storley, and Douglas Lima. Not the greatest wins in the world. If he beats Magny, that'd either be his best win. He did get knocked out by Jason Jackson back in 2023 to take his and that was his last fight in Bellator. Jason Jackson, not the greatest fighter in the world. He's fine, shouldn't be losing to him if you're as good as people hype you up to be. And then after a 2-year layoff, I think, because I think he's Ukrainian, so he had to go do war shit, so he had to get understandable. And then he fought Tomato Can CFFC to get a win. UFC now giving him a shot. I've never seen this dude fight, so I can't tell you what he's good or bad at, but I know, again, Bellator champion. If they want that belt to mean anything, hopefully he wins. Again, at one point, 27-0 champion, crazy. Not the greatest amount of wins, but Storley, Silva, and Lima are okay. Still kind of young, 32 years old. See what this guy can do. 9 KOs, 11 submissions, 8 decisions. Did see someone say his grappling is suffocating, so apparently he's a grappler. We'll see. Let's see if someone can join Usyk as a good Ukrainian fighter, because outside of Usyk, who are Klitschko's Ukrainian? I mean, he's retired anyway. So let's see what Amosov can do. Very hyped for his debut. See if this guy's really worth all the hype that he has still. Getting the Neil Magny test. If a former Bellator champion loses to Neil fucking Magny, that would just prove everything we said about my other organizations for years, and it will be funny. Long story short, is Amosov going to be a good signing like MVP and Kayla Harrison, or is he going to be a joke like Patchy Mix and Kai Asakura? Let's find out. I'm very excited. The betting, I'd say he's going to be a good one, having him at minus 335 to plus 225. Not knowing much about Amosov, but knowing a lot about Neil Magny, that feels a little much. Because, again, ever counting out Neil Magny is kind of fucking stupid. At any given night, he could win, even if he shouldn't. I'd probably have Amosov just going off Neil Magny. I'd probably have like minus 280. I think that'd be a little more fair. 280, 270, I think would be fair. Logically, yeah, he should win, but Neil Magny has never abided by logic, so Amosov is a lot shorter. Magny has a big height advantage and reach advantage, so that's intriguing. But Amosov is 67% picked. Intriguing. I'm intrigued. I'm very excited for this fight, to see Amosov fight for the first time against Neil Magny, who's always intriguing to watch fight, because either he's great or terrible. Let's see what happens. Let's see if Amosov is a good or shit signing. Is he, again, MVP or patchy mix? This kind of gives off vibes of Renier versus GM3, which is not a good thing, because Renier looked like shit in that fight, so we'll see what happens. I'll believe the hype. I'll go with the hype. Give me Amosov by decision. I never like picking against Neil Magny because it never fucking works. I swear to God, it's always the riskiest thing you can do, picking him or picking against him. But I'm gonna fucking make the mistake. I'll pick against him. See what happens. Give me Amosov by decision. I want to see what this guy can do. He could be a great new addition to welterweight, which kind of needs it, to be honest. Could use some more hope. And, yeah, give me Amosov by decision. Great fight, and wish it was on the main card. It should be. And, let's see if he can pass the Neil Magny test. Many have failed. Many have passed it. I think where Massa falls at the good signing or patchy mix. Let's find out. Came past no Magni test. I'm gonna pick him too by decision, but I'm far from confident because you never pick against, or you never pick Neil Magny. It's a double-edged sword. One way or another, it's probably a bad idea. See what happens. Give me a Massa by decision. After that, we go to our co-main event of the prelims, a fight that changed on short notice on Tuesday, I believe it was, when we had to pull out in replacement, so great. Thanks, Bagdasarian. We have in our co-main event of the prelims in the featherweight division weight class. We're going to talk plenty about on the main card because it's the two best fights on the card. We have in our prelim co-main event our short notice replacement for the week of the week, I guess, not for the week. We have in our second to last prelim on short notice, Joe Anderson, Tubaro Burrito versus Isaac Thompson. I'll answer the first question I know that came to your mind after I said this fight. Who the fuck is Isaac Thompson? Well, he is the man who's stepping in on 4 days' notice for, I know you're shocked, Milsic Bagdasarian, the man who can never make it to a fight, pulled out, like always, on Tuesday, and this poor Australian kid steps in. Good fucking luck. Yeah, a fight that I was actually excited for, and Brito Milsic now turns into Brito more than likely beating up some random Australian kid. Great. I guess we're gonna start talking about it for a second. Being with the guy who's getting a free win now, Joe Anderson Brito, 17-5-1, 30 years old, 5-3 in the UFC, coming out Contender Series all those years ago, beating Diego Lopez somehow and Chepe Mariscal, two guys he would lose to now. His wins in the UFC have been all in a row. Andre Fili, Luke Alexander, Weston Wilson, Johnson Pierce, and Jack Shore. He lost to Bill Algeo, William Gomez, and Pat Sabatini. Going from a fight against Milsic, which was pretty 50-50, to now free win, and when you need one or you're getting cut, I don't think Brito's too upset about this. Brito looked like a great prospect for a hot minute. He really did. On that winning streak, beating guys like Pierce, Feely, and Shore. Those are good wins. Very good wins. Then Gomez beat him in a close fight. Sabatini mauled him. He just not look the same. He has good power in his hands. He has really good power in striking. Grappling's kind of shitty. Cardio's kind of shitty. He can easily get outclassed like the Algeo fight. The dude has been completely exposed. A guy who at one point looked like he was going to be a top 15 really good fighter, to now 0-2 in his last two and on the verge of getting cut. Yeah, crazy how quick things change. Like, when I saw the Bagdasarian fight get announced, I literally called it the fight between two failed prospects. Like, 3 years ago, that fight would have been awesome. Now it's like, oh, yeah, these two. I remember when they were hyped up. So, I don't know. We've seen a million failed prospects, and Brito's just one of them. Dude, he beat Diego Lopez somehow. I don't know how, but he did, and now he's on a 2-fight skid trying not to get cut. He shouldn't get cut. He should win here and keep his job. Thanks to Milsic being Milsic. So, see what happens. He is a shitty fighter, so anything's possible. But he is fighting some random Australian kid named Isaac Thompson, a 9-2, 23 years old from Team Alpha Male. Good camp. Coming from LFA, last fought in October, so pretty recently. Has fought nobody. His one loss is to a former Contender Series guy who sucked. Great. And his other loss is to another failed Contender Series guy. Not liking how this is going. His wins have been... And he does somehow have a win against Valerian Douglas. How, I don't know. Douglas was a Contender Series guy this year who looked good. How he beat him, I truly don't fucking know, but, you know, miracle, I guess. He's on a 3-fight winning streak, beating Delgado, not Isaac. Some random coming off one against some dude with a really fucking long name. So, cool. Yeah, good luck to the kid. I think he's gonna get destroyed if you're getting KO'd by random Contender Series alum. But, you know, good luck. Came out from Good Camp, 23 years old. Did not know he was Australian when the fight first got booked. I definitely thought he was gonna be like, I'm not joking. When I first saw this fight get announced, I was like, oh, this kid's probably like a fucking a 7-2 or 6-2 American. The Australian. I did not think that, but either way, he should get beat all the same. So, respect for stepping in and good luck. You're gonna fucking need it. The betting odds are not on Tapology yet, but when I first saw him, I think Brito was like minus 800 or something. I can't say I disagree. He's still not my lock of the night because I don't trust him fully because he's still Jarnes and Brito, but yeah, minus 700-800. I don't hate it. I truly don't. Let's see, 5'8" to 5'11" to Isaac Staller, same reach. What's the Tapology picks? Brito 89%. I've seen a lot of people actually pick Thompson, which I think that's more because Brito sucks and less because people actually think Isaac is good. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. I'm still going Jarnes and Brito by knockout in the first. I just cannot pick this random kid to beat Brito on 4 days' notice. If the record a little bit better, if he didn't lose to 2 Contender Series cans, maybe I'd pick him. But I just fucking can't here. So, give me Jarnes and Brito by knockout in the first. Could he lose? 100%. Because Jarnes and Brito kind of fucking sucks. So, that's a possibility. But I'm not going to pick that to happen. Give me Jarnes and Brito by knockout in the first. Not the lock of the night, I don't trust him more than another featherweight later. But I will pick him here. Give me Brito by knockout in the first. Sorry, Isaac. Good luck, kid. I don't think it's going to work out for you at all. Give me Brito by knockout in the first. Respect for stepping in. Probably going to end bad. After that, though, only 47 minutes later, we get to our featured prelim, another fight that has no right not being on the main card, but UFC hates logic, so, you know, it's on the prelims for some fucking reason. A top 10 fight at strawweight, actually top 5, because it's for number 4 or 5 ranking. We have a featured prelim in the women's strawweight division. We have our final female fight of the night that should be on the main card because it's a big fight in the division match, a pretty big fight. Statue. Like, think about one of the biggest fights you can have in the division right now. We have in our featured prelims and the final prelims of 2025 in the top 10 of strawweight. We have Amandina Lemos versus Julian the Savage Robertson. Finally away from the debuts for a couple minutes, as now we have very established ranked fighters here, somehow on the prelims. I still don't know how I know this is a really big fight in the strawweight division. UFC's fucking dumb. I'm not shocked anymore. Not this and Magny on the prelims under some of the shit on the main card will never make sense, but whatever. Good fight here. Actually, it was meant to be Lucindo versus Robertson, but Lemos stepped in for Lucindo, the higher ranked fighter stepping in for some fucking reason on short notice. So I respect it, and see what happens. We'll begin with the higher ranked fighter, Amanda Lemos, 15-5-1, 38 years old, gonna be 39 in May, crazy. 9-5 in the UFC. Don't really need to go down her whole career, I don't think. I think we all know Lemos pretty well by now. Her last couple fights after she got the title shot against Whaley, got dismantled. Then beat Dern, how well is that aged? Lost to Jandiroba, beat Lucindo, who she stepped in for, and got beat by Suarez a couple months ago. Lemos is just so fucking predictable at this point. She's just... Her striking is good, her everything else sucks. Her cardio ain't great, her grappling's horrendous. If she fights a grappler, she has no chance. It's truly that simple. She just has no chance against a grappler, and all 3 of her last losses have been because she just got grapple fucked. She has not improved, and I don't know why. So, she's gonna keep falling for the same fucking trap, and it's gonna keep fucking happening. And that's why she's where she is, winning and losing and winning and losing every fight. So she's 38. Who knows how much she actually has left in the tank? We know we're getting with Lemos at this point. If you're on fever, you're in trouble. Besides that, you're gonna beat her pretty easily if you just shoot a takedown. So I don't know. At one point she looked like she was gonna be something in this division, and now she's kind of been figured out as a one-dimensional striker. Get her down, you beat her easily. Pretty simple. Happens when you don't improve at all over time. Same shit happens. Can't be shocked anymore. Then for the opponent, maybe, in my opinion, with Whaley MIA from the division, maybe the best strawweight right now. Crazy take if you want to put it that way, but I think it's a real debate, and easily the best Canadian fighter right now, Julian Robertson, 16-8, 30 years old, 13-6 in the UFC on a long 5-fight winning streak right now, 4-fight winning streak, my bad, on a 4-fight winning streak right now. Obviously was on Tough all those years ago, then up and down UFC. When did she move to flyweight? We can talk about her career since then, or just moved down to strawweight. Starting the Akapova fight, and since moving down to strawweight, she is 6-1, beating Akapova, Pierre Rodriguez, that's aged pretty well, Polyana Viana, and Michelle Watterson, Luana Pinheiro, and Marina Rodriguez. Only lost to Tabitha Ricci, which, not great. What happens? Robertson's good. Robertson's very good, man. She's gotten better. She's gotten much better striking. It's still not much, but that grappling's just insane. Ran through Marina Rodriguez last time out. She's good. Again, truly, I can see a case to be made of her being the best strawweight with Whaley MIA, and I still believe it should have been her and Verna for the Vainkin belt. She's better than Dern. I truly just think she's a better Dern. And I would 100% pick her to beat Dern, truly. So I'd pick her to beat Suarez. I think she's more well-rounded than Suarez. I get at flyweight, she wasn't really the best up and down in her career, but since moving down, she's good. She's really fucking good. Again, 4 in a row. This would be number 5 and get her in the top 5. She's good. I don't know what else to really say. The only real Canadian left to hang on to for the Canadians right now, Jourdain. If you want to go if you want to ride with him, see how far he can go at bantamweight. I really might just hang on to Brandon Allen. So she's good. Do I think she's gonna be champ? She could if Whaley doesn't come back, but Whaley's probably gonna come back, and that's gonna be a pipe dream for Jillian. So. We'll see though. She's good, and I'm happy she's getting a big fight in the top 5. So, see if she makes the most of it. Can Canada finally get a win on this card alone? Let's see. I bang out to say that she will be getting a win at having Jillian minus 175 plus 130. To be honest, I think she'd be a bigger favorite. Not have Robertson minus 200, 210. She should win this fight pretty easily. She's everything that Lemos cannot beat. She's a really good grappler. Just like Tatiana, just like Whaley, just like fucking Verna. Jillian is everything that beats Lemos. She knows how to just get a takedown and beat her. That's exactly what she's gonna do, just like everyone else who fights Lemos should do, and Jillian's the perfect fucking fighter to beat Lemos. So, yeah, I think Jillian's the clear pick here. 1 inch taller, 2 inches for Lemos in reach, but Robertson's 79% picked. Give me Jillian. Give me Jillian by decision. I think she can get the win here. I wouldn't be shocked at a finish at all, but Lemos has always been tough. I think the only person to finish her with Verna and Andrade. So take that as you will. Yeah, give me Jillian to get the win here. Probably can go decision, but I could 100% see a finish here. We'll see if I lean finish later before I officially put my picks in. So right now I'm feeling decision. I think she's just gonna dominate Language for 3 rounds, but we'll see. We'll see. Could Language stop a takedown, land that big shot? Maybe. Is she going to? Fuck no. Give me Jillian Robertson by decision. Lemos is fighting everything she cannot beat, a grappler. So, give me Jill Robb by decision. Happy she's gonna probably join the top 5, and hopefully she finally gets that title shot she probably should have got with Whaley gone against Verna. But, come on, gotta take the long road. Have that happen. Give me Jillian by decision to join the top 5 finally. And she probably should already be there. And finally, after almost an hour, that's the prelims. They're good, kind of. They're not bad. This is definitely the Thor thumb of the prelims. Everything else is good. This is intriguing. I'm looking forward. This is a fine fight. Looking forward to these two the most. And this is really good. This is kind of shitty, but with 2 bad fights, the rest I would say are very decent or intriguing. Pretty good prelims. 2 interesting debuts. Top 10 fight, should be on the main card. 2 decent fights here. I'm excited. I think this is gonna be a very fun prelims. Good final prelims of the year. I think it's gonna be a really fun way to lead into the main card. So, speaking of that, shall we dive right into that? I say we shall. 6 more fights to talk about. Let's head to the main card, the final main card of the year, the final 6 fights of the year, the final 6 fights on ESPN. Let's talk about it. Beginning with our main card opener, booked on, I believe, Monday, we have in our main card opener, the final card of the year and on ESPN, booked on very short notice. So I think this might be a catch weight fight. Yeah, that 160, but obviously these are lightweights. We have in our first fight of the main card to begin the UFC Vegas 112 main card. We have King Green versus Fearless Lance Gibson Jr. Very weird fight to be in the main card. Definitely should not be on the main card over Magny or Robertson, but that's a complete minor detail. I guess, excuse me, Jesus Christ. Weird, very weird. They've been trying to find Bobby Green a fight for this card for like 3 or 4 weeks, and they finally did. It only took till Monday of fight week to do it, and that's how they got Lance Gibson. So, weird fight, short notice, catch weight at 160. See what happens? Very weird fight. Begin with the OG, the guy we all know in this fight, Bobby Green, King Green, 32-17-1, 39 years old, gonna be 40 in 2026, 13-12-1-1 in UFC. Of course, not go down his whole UFC career, because it'd be fucking stupid to go down his last few fights. He went on a little winning streak, beating Tony and Grant Dawson. That Dawson one really made us think he was better than he is, but then he came back down to earth, getting murdered by Jalen Turner, then beat Jim Miller at UFC 300 in a very good fight, and then has taken 2 bad losses in a row, getting pretty much dominated by Patty and Rufy. And now he comes into this fight on 2-fight skid at almost 40 and not looking very good anymore. But if he's ever going to get a win, it would be against a guy who's debuting in Tulliver, and there's a kind of a question mark. I still think Bobby has some of the things that made him what he is. I think he can still be a pretty decent counter striker and all of that, but his chin is clearly shot, his speed is shot, durability, chin, same thing, I guess. I just think he's really done. I think physically he's breaking down more, and I think he's almost more than made for fucking deep, dirty boxing, BKFC, whatever the fuck, something along those lines, than he is for the UFC or MMA at this point. Dude is still decent enough to I think he would beat a lot of the shittier lightweights, but at this point, even then, they could maybe clip him, knock him out, because that chin is just gone. And, yeah, almost 40 and having as many fights as he's had, it's not a shocker, but also just the fact that I think his body's just giving up on him more and more every fight. And again, I think he's almost just going to be perfect for BKFC or something like that in the near future. I think just normal boxing would be perfect for him, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe he'll get to win here and fucking be rejuvenated, but I'm gonna say it's unfucking likely. But let's fucking see. But he needs to win a loss here, and I think he's out of here. Let's see what King Green can do. With his back against the wall. Because he is fighting the debuting newcomer from Canada, the 4th Canadian on the card. What are the fucking odds? Lance Gibson Jr., 9-1, 30 years old, coming in on short notice again, stepping in on Monday. He was in Bellator for a long while, never really did anything too noteworthy, hasn't fought anyone I fucking recognize for shit. His one loss is to some random, I think, Russian dude in his last Bellator fight. So not great there. But since leaving Bellator, he's won 2 in a row against Tomato Cans, 1942, 5-2. Not great, but nah. I've never really seen this dude fight before. His family tree is very MMA heavy. His dad, right here, Lance Gibson, fought in the UFC twice. Back in, like, I think UFC 20 and whatever the fuck. So, that man has blood in that regard. What UFCs was it? UFC 24 and 29 he fought, and then, or he was Lance Gibson Sr., and then his stepmom is Julia Budd, who, if you know the regional scene, has been in MMA for fucking ever, so very interesting there. A lot of family ties to the sport, and now Lance is here. That sucks that Julia Budd never fought in the UFC, that's pretty good, but tough luck. Let's see what Lance can do here. He's getting the opportunity of a lifetime. 4 knockouts, 3 submissions, 2 decisions. Is he getting Bobby Green at the right time? I think so. He might be able to crack that chin. He might be able to wrestle him. Let's see what this kid can do. He's 9 years younger. He's fired up. He's here to make a statement. I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued to see what this kid can do. He might just be catching Bobby at the right time. Or he might just be better. I'm intrigued. Second Bellator debut ton of the card. And man, they both lose to Bobby Green and Neil Magny. Wouldn't that kind of solidify everything we said about Bellator? Let's see what Lance can do. Can he, if I get all my picks right now the Canadians are 1-2. Can Lance make them 2-2, or do they fall to 1-3? Let's see. See what the kid can do on short notice. The bang out, they're not up on the topology, but I believe Bobby is like minus 210, 190 in that ballpark. I get why Bobby is the favorite. I'm fine with that, but I would have him like minus 130, 120 even, close to a pick'em. I don't know how you could really pick Bobby with confidence at this point. His chin's shot. I know nothing about Lance, but I almost trust him more. Truly, I almost trust him more just because I just know how shot Bobby is at this point. Physically, that chin's gone, that durability's gone. Can he still go? I don't know. 9-year age gap, same reach, or same height, pretty much the same reach. What's the picks on topology looking like? I'm actually interested. 66% for Bobby. I get it. This is a tough one. Do you go with the veteran who has talent but is also 40 and just broken down? Or do you go with the new guy who you don't know much about, haven't fought anyone worse of shit, but is 9 years younger and not nearly as shot. This is a tough one. This is a tough debate, but as much as I hate to say it, I just can't pick Bobby Green anymore. I gotta go Lance here. As much as I hate to say it, and as much as it feels weird or wrong, it's just I cannot pick Bobby Green at this point. I think he's done. I think he's completely cooked, and unless he would have got one of the worst fighters on the roster here, like an Austin Hubbard or some shit, there's no way I was gonna pick Bobby on this card, and I just can't pick him. So give me the new kid, give me the Canadian, give me Lance. I just cannot pick Bobby anymore until he shows he still has anything left. And I know he last won a fight a year and a half ago, but in a year and a half he got wheel kicked head, knocked out, and choked out by two guys who are not good. So give me Lance by decision. I just cannot pick Bobby Green anymore with any bit of confidence. I'd rather pick a guy I don't really know shit about than a guy I know is just broken down. Lance might be just catching him at the right time, like I said. Give me Lance Gibson Jr. by decision. Could he crack the chin? Could he just beat him straight up? Let's see. I'm intrigued. Give me Lance by decision. I just cannot pick Bobby Green. I'm broken down Bobby Green anymore. I think Lance might be catching him at the right time. Give me Lance by decision. Confident? Debatable, but I just can't pick Bobby. Give me Lance by decision. Either my best or worst pick of the card. We'll see. When I thought that last week, it was my worst. Oh, yeah. Give me Lance by decision. Speaking of the word worst, that's definitely a word I'm going to use for this next fight. As we have the worst fight on the main card. A fight that has no business being on the main card over Magny Robertson. Fuck, I would put goddamn Asplund on the main, or Luana Santos on the main card before this piece of shit. And we have in our second fight of the main card, the easily worst, because this fight is piss poor in every sense of the word. We have in our second fight of the main card, our final fight at heavyweight on the card, and thank God, because this one's pathetic. The Asplund fight's so much better. We have in a complete can battle in our second fight of the main card, the worst on the main card. It's pathetic that this made it on the main card over real fights. We have Kennedy, African Savage, and Zechaku versus Marcus Buchecha. Yeah, this fight's fucking terrible. I don't really need to try and sugarcoat it because I don't want to. This fight's garbage. It's better than the double debut fight because these are not double debut fighters. But yeah, I think this fight's garbage. Failed prospect versus failed prospect. Oh joy. Someone has to win. UFC wants someone to win. Let's see, which happens, I guess. God, this fight fucking blows in every sense of the word. Let's talk about the more experienced and more well-known for worse or worse. Kennedy and Zechaku, 14-6, 33 years old, 8-6 in the UFC, coming off Contender Series many years ago, where, by the way, it's probably not even got much better. Do we even talk about his light heavyweight run where he was the most up and down guy in the world, where 1 minute he was a hyped prospect, next minute he was losing to Da Wung Jung and OSP. Ugh. And then at heavyweight, he is currently 2-1, beat Chris Barnett and everyone's favorite heavyweight punching bag, Lucas Bresky, to move to 2-0, and then Walter Walker took his heel home with him back in July. Yeah, same shit with Zechaku. He looks good for a fight or two and then loses immediately. It's the most frustrating shit in the world with this fucking guy. And every time he gets a win, or a few wins build up, and he's like, okay, maybe he's actually good again. And he's been hyped up like 3 or 4 times as a prospect. He's been fraud checked like 3 or 4 times. How is that fucking possible? The dude has potential. That's the annoying thing. The dude actually has a lot of fucking potential, but he never fucking lives up to it. Every time he starts hitting that potential, he hits a fucking wall and loses. And if losing Walter Walker is fine, but it's always something with this motherfucker. It's always a win, 2 wins, 1 win, 2 wins, and a loss. It's like, what's even the fucking point? For trying to predict this guy is like trying to predict fucking... I don't even know. Like, it's so fucking frustrating trying to predict this motherfucker, and then I don't know. Again, dude's been fraud checked 3 or 4 times already. What else can you do? Like, this dude should have been a top 15 decent fighter 3-4 years ago at light heavyweight, and then that just shit the bed, and now he's at heavyweight, probably gonna do the same shit, win a few fights, lose, one of a fight or two, lose. It's like the most annoying shit in the world. The dude has talent, he's a decent striker with good power, but he has shit fight IQ, shit cardio, shit consistency, shit grappling. He's so fucking annoying, I swear to God. He is so fucking annoying. I can't put into words how annoying it is to, just as a fan, watch this guy, let alone try and predict him. He's one of the top tier, most frustrating fighters on the roster to predict, hands down, easily. So can't wait to try and predict this one. On paper, it should be easy to predict for Dutchku because he is fighting someone maybe worse than he is, Marcus Buchecha. 5-2, 35 years old, going to be 36 in less than a month. Great. 0-1 in the UFC. In his UFC debut, got completely embarrassed by Martin Budai and is now fighting in Dutchku. Yeah, this dude fucking sucks. The simplest way I could put it is he's a heavyweight Rodolfo Vieira. So he really fucking sucks. Yeah, this whole dude's a little grappler, but he can't strike. He has no cardio. He's fucking gigantic. He's literally just heavyweight Rodolfo Vieira. And I think Rodolfo Vieira is better. They have Martin Budai schooling you easily because you couldn't get a submission. You know, you might actually beat him. That's cool thinking about it. But, yeah, I don't got much to say about this guy. I thought he looked like a joke in his debut. Again, Martin Budai schooled you for 15 minutes. Pathetic. No striking, no cardio. 35, almost 36. What am I really meant to say? I think this dude's garbage, and he's just Rodolfo Vieira, but bigger. And maybe worse somehow, so what are there to really say? The buyouts for fight have Kennedy and Dutchku -150 to +110. That is fucking terrifying to look at, even though I do think that Ku should win. Him at those odds are fucking terrifying. I probably have Dutchku -130, a little lower, just because I can't, fuck if you think trusting him is smart. So I'll say -130 for Dutchku. Look closer. Again, it is still Dutchku and he's not fucking smart or good. So it's like, yeah. But, or maybe you'll get him on one of the days where he's a fucking top tier fighter. Who fucking knows? But, yeah, terrible fucking odds. Dutchku is 3 inches taller, gigantic reach advantage, and the picks are going his way at 74%. Yeah, I'm picking Dutchku pretty easily here. He should win, which doesn't really mean a whole lot. That's never meant a fucking thing for him, but he should fucking win. So, I think it's gonna be a lot like the Budai fight. I think Dutchku's gonna be able to keep it standing and win. So, give me Kennedy and Dutchku by decision. Maybe a finish possible, but I'm probably gonna lean decision. I don't know if that's smart or not. Do I see him finishing him? Possibility, but I don't know. It's, let me think. Maybe I could see it, but it's more, I can see it, but like Budai, you know, Budai's a point fighting little bitch, so how many times hasn't just Ku not won by finishing the UFC? Once. Great, and that was, what the fucking fight was that? Draco Stosic. Great. Give me Kennedy by decision. I'll play it safe. Might change it to a finish. There's a few fights here where I might change it to a finish, but I'm gonna go Kendi by a decision. I think this fight's gonna be fucking pitiful. I think he's gonna just be stuffing takedowns for 15 minutes, and I think this fight's gonna be fucking garbage because it's two garbage fighters. At least one garbage fighter and one guy who is either great or terrible any given night, so we'll fucking see. Knowing Kendi, he's gonna find a way to get goddamn submitted in 20 seconds because he's fucking dumb, so who fucking knows? This can't be such cool. Anything is fucking possible. Whatever you don't think's gonna happen, it's probably gonna happen, and it's beyond annoying to try and predict this fucking guy, so we'll see what happens. I was so pick him because I cannot pick Buchecha after that fucking debut. So give me Mr. Untrustworthy, Kendi Nzechukwu by decision. Might win by finish, probably will lose, and yeah, worst fight on the main card. It being on here, not Magny or Robertson. It's a fucking disgrace, but also it's very on brand for the UFC, so give me Nzechukwu by decision in a fight I'm not looking forward to. Don't feel confident in, and it's fucking disgraceful for it to be on a main card. After that, though, we go from the worst fight of the main card, and one of the worst on the card in general, to maybe the best fight on the card in general. I think it's a good debate to be had, and I might pick it to be the best fight on the card, as we have in our third fight of the night, beginning the stretch of 4 really good fights to end this card after 2 kind of weak main card fights. Imagine if Neal and Robertson were on this card, it'd be 6 really good fights. The UFC fucking sucks. We have in our third fight of the night, in my opinion, probably the best fight on the card. Such a banger here, cannot wait for it. As we have in our third fight of the main card, maybe the best on the card, we have at featherweight, which has maybe the 2 best fights on the card in these last 4 fights, beginning with Morgan, the last pirate, Cherrier, versus Milky Zael, the Madian? That's a new nickname. Costa. Amazing fucking fight here, such a banger. Morgan, a guy who has looked good at times, hadn't really been able to beat the higher level guys, but is still decent, versus Costa, who is really good, looking like a top 15 level guy. This is good. This is a good fight. Definitely deserves to be in front of an arena, but yes, the Apex works too. Yeah. Either way, still a great fight. Best fight on the card. Cannot wait for it. Let's talk about it. Being with the Frenchman, the still kind of debatable on how good he is, because we've kind of seen him fall short every time he's fought anyone good. Morgan Cherrier, 21-11-1, 30 years old, 3-2 in the UFC. He's been really up and down. The 3 ones have been Mondo Zecchini, I swear guy they brought in just to get his ass beat by Cherrier, because he never fought again. Gabriela Miranda and Nate Landwehr, he lost to Shelby Marshall debatably, and definitely got beat by Nathaniel Wood. Cherrier's good, but it seems like he is not going to be able to beat these higher level guys, and that just seems like what his career is going to turn out to be, unless that changes. He's really good. I do think Cherrier is a top 20-25 guy in the division, but I just can't see him beat top 15. I can't see him beating the higher echelon of guys. Yeah, he's been able to beat Landwehr and Miranda, who are very but I just don't think he's gonna be able to beat the better competition in the division until I actually see it. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he can get 1 year. That would definitely prove me wrong. But until I see otherwise, he just kind of looks like I don't want to say a can crusher, because he is good, but he probably beat Shepe. But I really just struggle to see him beating any of the higher echelon guys. Do I see him beating Sean Woodson? Probably not. Do I see him beating Dan Ige, Pat Sabatini, Milky Costa? More than likely not, so he's really good, and I would like to see him hit that potential and break through and beat a top level guy. but I'm just really struggling to see that happening at this point, because so far we've seen him beat 3 not great fighters and lose to the guys he's fought who are good, so I don't know. He's good and he's entertaining at that, but how good is he? Could he jump into that higher echelon, or is he gonna stay top 25, 30? Let's see. A win here would definitely do a lot of good for him, so see if he can get it. Well, a win here would throw him right into that almost top 15 conversation, so see if he can get it. Because he has to get that, and to get the win here, he has to beat the very, very good Melky Zael Costa, 24-7, 29 years old. Good to see him back after fighting 3 times this year. 5-2, the best Costa in the UFC. Yes, he's better than Paulo by a mile. His 5 wins in UFC have been Austin Lingo, Shylan Nerdenbekoff, Andre Fili, Christian Rodriguez, and Julian Erosa. His 2 losses have been Thiago Moises on upper weight class on short notice in his debut, and Steve Garcia, which is beyond understandable. Costa's good. He is really good. And, yeah, I think this guy could be top 15 easily. He already had 3 fights this year and had a hell of a run. Fili, Rodriguez, Erosa, now trying to end the year for one against Sherrier. This guy's good. Very fucking good. And I think this guy could easily be top 15. I don't think top 10 or champion, but I think he could easily be top 15. All those guys I just named for Sherrier, Ige, Woodson, I would pick Melky to beat him. I think this guy's really, really fucking good. Again, those last 3 wins are pretty good. Do I think Sherrier would beat those guys? Probably more than likely. But I think both would lose. On a full camp, he'd probably beat Moises. He actually was doing good enough. Like Garcia, I don't think we're upset about that. So yeah, it was looking like Costa was gonna break the fucking record for fights and all that, stealing Kevin Holland's gimmick, but then he had that banger of Erosa and had to take some time off, so that sucks. But still getting 4 fights in a year against pretty good competition, everyone. Costa's good. This kid's good. He definitely. I think that was even kind of shown in his debut against Moises. Even on short notice, up weight class, he was still able to give a guy like Moises a good fight. Yeah, I remember he might have been debatable if he took round 1. So now back at featherweight, 5-1, only lost to Garcia, who was Steve fucking Garcia. Costa's good. Dude has good striking, good grappling. This is a very well-rounded fight. Both guys are very good. Costa's coming from shoot the box. This guy's good. I think he'd be top 15. Good to see him back right at the end of the year. We'll see how Vertigo does. The only, is it Vertigo? I don't know if I remember the term for it. Whatever it is. And the only fighter in the UFC with it, I think. Is there someone else? Maybe. I don't know. Outside of Scott Jorgensen, I can't hear anyone else. But good. It's almost hard not to cheer for Costa. And, let's see how he does here. Can he get his 4th one of the year? 5th in a row? Let's see. The one step close to top 15, where I think he could easily be. And, who knows? The Bang After fight are a borderline pick'em right now, which I think that's what they were when I saw them the other day. I get that, but I would have Melky a small favorite, like -140, -150. On paper, he seems like the better fighter. He's fought better competition. He's beat better competition. So I'd probably have Costa like -140, 150. I am probably going to pick Melky Zael here. This is a very interesting fight. On the feet, Sherrier is probably better, but Costa's no slouch on the feet. On the ground, it's obviously Costa. We've not really seen Sherrier grapple too much. I think Chepe might have been the only one to really make him grapple, so maybe Wood did as well, but not much. So we're going to see if Sherrier can grapple someone like Costa. So it's striker versus grappler, but grappler is a pretty decent striker as well. It's a great fight. It's such a fucking good fight. I'm so excited for it. Let's see, Melky is 2 inches taller, has a few inches in reach, and is 74% picked. Wow. Yeah, it's hard not to pick Melky here. I think Morgan's good. I could see him getting the upset here. I could see him getting the knockout, but who do I think is the better fighter? I think Melky. Who I think has higher ceiling? I think it's Costa. Give me Milky Zio by decision to get the win here. I just think he's a little bit better. I think Morgan's good. But again, I think we've seen Morgan's ceiling kind of be hit of a guy who's good. He can beat a lot of guys, and I think he could even beat a few guys better than who he has beat. But outside of that, I just think Milky's better, and I think he's gonna win this fight. And then mixing the grappling well, do good enough on the feet. I think he's gonna get the win. So getting Milky Zio by decision. A great fight again, maybe the best fight on the card. Skill-wise, excitement-wise, whatever term you want to use. This is a banger. I cannot wait for it. And, yeah. Excuse me. Give me Milky Zio by decision. Great fight. Can't wait. See what happens. Best fight on the card. Could see Morgan pulling over the upset, but I'm going to go with the Brazilian. Give me Milky Zio by decision. Great fight. Speaking of great fights, and definitely not a decision gonna be read here, as we have in our fourth fight of the main card, the feature bout of the card to break up the two featherweight fights. Even though this fight's great, so it's not a bad thing. We have in the surefire finish of the main card, probably the only finish. Maybe I might pick a finish in the co-main, we'll see. As we have in our fourth fight of the main card, our featured bout, the for sure finish of the night, as we have two hard-hitting middleweights going at it. As we have in our fourth fight of the main card, the knockout of the main card, we have Cesar Cezina Almeida versus Cezay Olechechuk. Yes, Olechechuk, like Michael Olechechuk, the brother, and debuting here, much taller, but he is much younger than Michael, who just got a fight booked against Marc-Andre Barriault. I think, I wonder who's gonna win that. Yeah, this is a banger. I can tell you right now, this is not going 15 minutes. This is before sure ending in a finish. Probably round one. Two hard hitters. Someone's going down. Let's see who it is. Let's talk about it. Let's begin by talking about the unk in this fight, the oldest prospect in the UFC, Cesar Almeida. I use that term prospect lightly. He's just old. 7-1, 37 years old, gonna be 38 in March. 3-1 in the UFC, coming off the Contender Series a few years ago, where he was actually the underdog, and I got to pick right out of pure guessing. In the UFC, he has beat Dylan Budka, Ihor Potieria, and Abdulrazak Al-Hassan, and his one loss was to Roman Kopylov. Again, I say he's the oldest prospect in the UFC. I don't really think he's a prospect anymore. He did kind of get fraud checked in that Kopylov fight. So, and then how good is that LH? And come on. And he hasn't really beat anyone good. I'm not trying to cheat on Cesar, but it's like, I'm trying to figure out, like, why is he here? Like, I get he's Alex Pereira's training partner, but, like, I'm not sure what to think of Cesar at this point. He's not bad. Do I think he has any, like, calling him a prospect jokingly, do I actually think he could do anything in the UFC? No. Dude's almost 50, or 40, and he's beaten no one good. Hey, yeah, he's coming off that amazing Abdulrazak Al-Hassan knockout, but it's Abdulrazak Al-Hassan, dude's fucking garbage. Potieria and Budka are some of the worst fighters I've ever seen. And then you lost to Kopylov, who's ass? That's very worrying to see. So, I don't know. He's not bad. His grappling or wrestling, whatever term you want to use, is not great. Offensively, I guess you can use it. That's what he did against Potieria. Defensively, it's shit. He's not gonna need it here. Obviously, former kickboxer. He's a very good kickboxer, striker, all that. But he got good power. But again, he's 37. He's not the fastest. He's gonna get slower. He hasn't fought since January. He's weird. He's so fucking weird to think about. It's like, okay, so the 7-1 guy, kind of a prospect. He's fucking almost 40. So, it's like, what the fuck, man? So, he's not bad, like you said, but whatever am I really meant to think here? Well, what is he really here for? Is he just here to have fun fights? I would have to imagine. There's no way you can actually look at him and think he's like a fucking prospect. The dude's 40 at middleweight, and he's got lost to Roman Kopylov. We'll see. Maybe he could do something. But I have my fucking doubts. Again, in any kickboxing match against anyone in the UFC, he could win. But outside of that, like, if you shoot a takedown on him, you're gonna probably beat him. And how much longer can he really go? I get 7-1. What do you mean, dude? He did kickboxing for fucking years. He fought Alex Pereira thrice and beat him somehow. One of them. So the dude's body is probably fucked to do kickboxing, and now he's doing MMA, which is even more fucky. Let's see how much longer this guy can go. Maybe he can't do something at 37, 38. I have fucking doubt it, and outside of just being here for fun fights, what's he really here for? I don't fucking know, but hopefully he produces another fun fight, most importantly. Because he is fighting an Olechechek, but not the one you think. The brother, the debuting Seze Olechechek. And debatable if he's better or worse than the brother. I'd probably, it's hard to not say Macau's better right now, because we've seen more from him. But Seze's good. Cesare, I don't know. 16-3, 25 years old, and much younger than his brother. I think it's like 32. Coming off Contender Series, where he got a quick, easy knockout in 36 seconds. And now he's here. Yeah, he's kind of just like a bigger version of his brother, it would look like. Dude hits hard. About it. We've not really seen, we didn't really get to see anything from him on the Contender Series. He didn't really have to struggle to get a win or anything. It was a pretty easy 90 office for him versus a tomato can. And now we see how he does here against a very good striker in his own right with a lot of power. Something's gonna break. See what this guy can do, getting a hell of a debut, great fight here. And just like his brother, he got that legendary bullish power. Brother's on a roll right now. See what Cesare can do. The Olechechek went from, well, there was only one for a while. Macau went from looking like a pretty joke of a fighter to now being great. Or seeming to be doing great lately. Going to the fighting nerd says Cesare is there as well. Topology is just wrong. Let's see what happens. Let's see how he does. Not really much to say, because I only saw this dude fight for 36 seconds and he looked perfectly fine. So, let's see how he does. Much bigger than his brother. Is he as good? Let's find out. He has the power, I know that. Can he power the do in the UFC though against a very good striker in his own right? Should be interesting. The balance for this fight, I have Olechechek minus 205 plus 170. I would probably move those odds down a bit to maybe like minus 185, I think would sound pretty correct for Olechechek. He, on paper, logically, he should win. He's, what, 12 years younger? So, and he's probably much taller as well, so... But Almeida just knows how to pull a bullshit win out of his ass. So, this is an interesting one. It's gonna more than likely be a kickboxing bout. Unless one of them decides to learn how to grapple, which I'm gonna say unlikely. They're probably gonna strike until someone goes down, and that's gonna be fucking awesome. So, I'm very excited. Olechechek's 2 inches taller, 1.5 inches in reach, and 73% picked. Yeah, I'm going the favorite here. I'm going the Polish power. He's 37. It's a struggle to make a case for Almeida here, outside of, yeah, he is very good. He does have good power. But come on. The dude is 37. How much longer can he go? How much damage can he take? How many shots can he take from a guy like Cesare? I feel like Olechechek's pick here. I could see anything happening in a fight where so much power is going to be thrown and it's a very good fight. Anything is possible. Anyone could go down at any moment. But I'm definitely going to lean with the younger, bigger, faster guy. I don't know about more power, because I made a kickboxing, but a lot of power on either side. Give me the younger. Give me a little, well, height-wise big, age-wise little Olechechek by knockout in the first. Something has to break. Someone's chin is gonna go. Who's it gonna be? Let's find out. Give me Olechechek by knockout in the first. Great fight. Someone's getting finished. If not, then this fight's probably gonna suck. But I have high hopes, so maybe I'll check my knockout in first. Guy's good. It's years old. I could see the old man pulling off another fucking upset, but I'm gonna say it's unlikely. Maybe I'll check my knockout in first. And a great fight. Great great main card fight. Finishes promised. Can't wait. Awesome. After that, we're almost at the end as we now hit the co-main event of the evening, the second to last fight of 2025. We have another amazing featherweight fight, and probably the second best fight of the night, as we have in our co-main event of the evening in the featherweight division. We have an Unk versus a newbie in a great fight at featherweight in our great co-main event of the evening. As we have at featherweight, the second best fight on the card, the second to last fight of the year, we have Giga Ninja Chikadze versus Kevin Eugenio Vallejos. Great co-main event here. Former top guy in the division versus future top guy in the division. This is a banger, amazing co-main event. I don't think anything else can be a co-main event on this card. Great fight, can't wait for it. Unk versus newbie, another, 13-year age gap. See what happens. We'll begin with the Unk in this fight, the formerly ranked, now not anymore, Giga Chikadze, 15-5, 37 years old, 8-3 in the UFC, man. Remember when he was like fucking 7-1 and almost in title talks? Crazy. His wins in the UFC have been Brendan Davis, Jamal Emmers, Erwin Rivera, Omar Morales, Jamie Simmons, Cub Swanson, Edson Barboza, and Alex Caceres. His losses have been Calvin Kattar, Arnold Allen, and David Onama. Giga at one point looked very good, even though he didn't beat anyone that good, like Barboza. But outside that, he was looking good. Then Kattar took his soul for a year and a half, came back against Caceres, looked fine, but then has lost 2 in a row to Arnie and Onama, and now he's going from fighting guys who are around the top 15 to now getting fed to a young guy. Not much I can really say for Giga here. Good fucking luck. You're gonna need it. Kevin Vallejos is, even if this was Giga 3-4 years ago, before the Kattar fight, I would still be saying good luck, you're gonna need it, because, yeah, I don't think this is gonna go well for Giga at all. Respect for him for taking the fight. I think he's gonna get his fucking ass beat. I think this is gonna go terribly for Giga. It's against someone as good as Vallejos, as young as Vallejos. Yeah, I think Giga's fucked. Good luck, buddy. You're gonna fucking need it. Good luck. Because he is fighting the very good, the future of featherweight, the 24-year-old Kevin Vallejos, 16-1, Argentinian. At least they got something. They got with him and Eileen Perez. 2-0 in UFC, coming out Contender Series, where his only L was against Gene fucking Silva. And after that, he came back, got a free win, and then in the UFC so far this year, in his rookie year, he ran through Sung Woo Choi and beat Danny Silva, and now he's looking to get his third win of his rookie year to end the year, and pretty much put himself right in the top, 20 of the division, right outside the top 15. Yeah, this kid's really fucking good. Striking is great, power is good, cardio looks fine, grappling we really haven't needed to see, and we're not going to see it here. Yeah, this kid's good. This kid is the future of the weight class. Like, I don't know what I'm really meant to say about it. This kid is fucking phenomenal. If you don't know about this kid now, you're gonna learn about him on Saturday. But if we're talking about this kid in 2 or 3 years as one of the top guys in division, top 10, even fighting for the belt, I wouldn't be shocked. I think he'll win here, and then next year he'll fight like twice, maybe get in top 15, and then wouldn't be shocked if 2027 he's fighting for the belt or in top 5. So he's just that damn good. He's really fucking good. So what else can I really say? He's 24 and has already 17 fights, has only lost to Gene fucking Zoe, who couldn't finish him. So this kid's great. What can I say? If you don't know, you're gonna know. This kid's the future of the weight class. The bag odds seem to agree with me. I haven't counted Vallejos minus 300 to plus 240. Yeah, I think Vallejos could be minus 450, and I think he should win this. I really don't see how he loses this. I would have him minus 450, to be honest. He is just really fucking good. I don't see how Giga wins this fight, to be honest. He can't finish him. He's not going to grapple him. I don't think he's going to be able to beat him over 15 minutes. How the fuck did Giga win this fight? I truly don't know. Giga is much taller and has a much bigger reach, but Vallejos is just better, man. Vallejos is just special. He is just one of those guys. He's a fucking special fucking breed, and I think he's gonna take to Giga, and he might break him. He might fucking break him like no one has before. Give me Kevin Vallejos, my lock of the night. Do I pick him by finish? I feel like he's gonna finish Giga. I feel like he's gonna be able to break Giga. I did that last week about a fight, and I was brutally wrong. Can we count Vallejos by knockout in a second? I think he can break Giga. I really do. I know Giga's never been finished. Look at what Qatar did to him. Vallejos is different. That man hits like a fucking truck. He's good. He's fucking good. I think he's better than Cater. He ever was. Give me Vallejos by, I think, a knockout in a second. I think he can break Giga, finish him for the first time, send him out of the UFC, because a loss here would get Giga cut. Give me Vallejos by knockout in a second. I think he can take it to Giga and break him. Again, I don't know how Giga wins this fight. He's not going to finish him. He's not going to fucking grapple him. He's not going to have worse cardio. Give me Vallejos by knockout in a second. I think he's going to be able to break the old man, get a win. I know he's coming off a decision. If he gets another decision here, then I might have to start picking decisions for Kevin, but time will tell there. Give me my locks of night. Kevin Vallejos by knockout in a second. Kid special. I think he's going to run through Giga. Let's see if I'm right. Let's see if can Giga pull off the upset of upsets at the end of the year. I fucking doubt it. Give me Vallejos by knockout in a second. My locks of night. That kid's good. He's going to be something in that division. Easy co-main pick. And then finally, the last fight of 2025, the main event of the evening. That is shockingly actually going to happen, it seems. Cop has not pulled out yet, which I'm amazed by. As we have in our main event of the evening, the final fight of 2025 in the flyweight division. A fight on paper that should be probably decent at worst. We have to end the year on a high in the Apex, a fun flyweight fight. On paper, we have to end 2025, the main event of UFC Vegas 112, the final fight in ESPN history. We have to end 2025, Brandon Raw Dog Royval versus Manel Starboy Cop. Yeah, this is gonna be a Royval masterclass. I don't really think much needs to be said here. I think this is gonna be an easy masterclass for Royval. I don't think I'm gonna break this fight down. You know Brandon Royval. You know Manel Cop, even though he never makes it to a fight, you should still know him. I think this is gonna be a complete masterclass for Royval. I think him winning this fight pretty fucking easily. Him being the underdog is one of the funniest things I've ever fucking seen in my life. Yeah, he should win this fight pretty easily. He's just better than Cop. Manel Cop's not good. Like, I feel like that's what everyone forgets. The dude's not fucking good at all. And I think Royval should beat him pretty fucking easily, so... Yeah, he's not going to be able to knock out Royval. No one has. The only time he ever got finished like that was a fucking shoulder injury against Moreno. Like that, the dude has a granite chin, and you're just not going to finish him. And he's just better than Cop. Cop's not good. And again, Felipe Dos Santos gave him a fucking fight. Cop's not good. What can I say? Give me Royval by masterclass decision. I just really don't think much needs to really be said here. It's a pretty much a cakewalk for Royval in my opinion. To go from fighting, what, Van and fucking Taira and Moreno to Cop, it's like, God, what a fucking step down. Yeah, this is a layup for Royval in my opinion, him being the underdog. I don't say this joking, they're literally handing you money with those odds. There's no world Royval should be the underdog here. He should be minus 350, 380. He is so much better than Cop, and he should win this fight easily in Masterclass. 49-46 at worst, 50-45 more than likely. Give me Raw Dog Royval by decision. Masterclass. Cop is garbage, and I don't know when people are gonna learn that. The dude's not fucking good at all. Who has he beat? Shit. Lost to that shitter. Shit. I thought it was garbage, and Moreno's about to embarrass him in Mexico. Give me a Royval by decision. Masterclass. Cop can't run from this fight forever. He's fine. Take that ass beating. Give me Royval by decision. Final pick of the year. Give me Brandon Raw Dog Royval by Masterclass decision against this overrated can that is Manel Cop. Give me Raw Dog by decision. Final pick of 2025. Finally! Boom for the last breakdown of the year. Those are my picks. There's the breakdown. There were my picks. One more time. Teresa Bleda by decision. Julie Herme Pat by knockout in first. I don't fucking know. Luana Santos by decision. Stephen Asplund by knockout in first. Yaroslava Masov by decision. Jarrington Brito by knockout in the first. Joanna Robertson by decision, maybe. Lance Gibson Jr. by decision. Candy Ndechku by maybe decision. I might switch that. Melchizedek Costa by decision. Cesare Olachechuk by knockout in the first. Kevin Vallejos, my last lock of the night, of the year, or whatever, by knockout in the second. And Brandon Royval by decision. Masterclass to end the night. Bang. Finally! Closer to 2 hours later. There we go. That's the card. It's good. It's a really good card after even looking at it even deeper than before. It's good. A good amount of debuts. Hopefully something good comes out of them. Some good fights around it. Robertson, Costa, Vallejos, Royval. This is good. This is a good card. I don't know why anyone would shit on this card. Unless I had to be an Apex card. I think it's a good fucking card. I'm very excited for it. I'm excited to see what happens. I think this is a very fun card. I think a lot of fun things can happen on it. I'm excited for it. I think it's good. I don't know. Maybe again when I'm Mr. Optimistic again. I think this is a good one. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see what happens then the year. I spent fucking almost 2 hours talking about it. Clearly something has to be good about it. Let's see what that is. I'm excited. See what happens, shall we? So, with that being said, that's the final breakdown of the year. I've done a breakdown. I think this is number 45 or whatever, because I did every UFC card, and I did a Road to UFC. So that's an extra one thrown in there. So, plenty of breakdowns, plenty of bad picks given up, but also I got a few gems in there along the way, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Love doing this. Been doing this forever. For fucking going 2026 will be 5 fucking years doing every UFC card. Batshit, but yeah, we ball. But wait, there's more. We got a recap to do, which we'll be doing on Sunday. Our final recap of the year, not our final video of the year. We will have one more, and I'll talk about that on Sunday and on stream and all that. So we're almost done with the year. Not done with content. Never be done with content. And yeah, there you go. Our final breakdown of the year. Let's see how good this one ages. They never age well, do they? See what happens. But yeah, with that being said, recap on Sunday sometime. Probably, hopefully closer to on time, but who fucking knows anymore. Streams, you know, normal deal, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now again, we'll be there anyway. Shorts whenever I do them. And yeah, final breakdown of the year. Weird to say. I remember doing the one for the fucking what's the first card? Darren Hebos. Yes, I remember doing that one. And now we're 12 months later on the final card of the year, finally, I fucking remember doing a bunch of ESPN cards and stuff, so crazy. I love doing it. All these years later, no fucking growth at all, but you know, it's still fun, and see what happens in the Apex to end the year and end the ESPN era. I'm excited. See what happens. To get there and see what happens, though, we have to say, as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, 200 subs goal by the end of 2025. You know, that's not gonna happen. And finally, unless I'm going to say something which I don't believe I am, for the final breakdown of the year, I say, as always, RX out. Good vibes only, and always.